gourmet pizza. Yeah.
Gourmet pizza, custom pizza. You know, it's more than just mushroom pepperoni sausage kind of thing. And it's
Not Domino's. Yeah. All right.
It's cool truck.
So that's cool.
Brew house here.
Okay.
So that's why we call it a brew house instead of just a brewery. So we actually roast the coffee here on site and brew the beer. Yeah. I can't get you struggling to put these gloves on once you wash your hands. That first glove set. It's terrible.
It is pretty bad.
Bloody wind rain.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him closing the box up. So I'm cool with this. They're part of the Triad Brewers Alliance.
Okay.
It's something that's reaching out beyond.
I think they got. Well, I think you get you another one.
So what is? Tell us what's all on.
So the chicken boom, we got we do a barbecue gold base, and then we do cheddar cheese,
Okay.
some wood-fired chicken,
And you're going to explain the beers to us?
Sure.
Okay.
wood-fired chicken. Then we go ahead with some red onion, fresh cut red onion on top of it, throw it in the oven. We're baking this sucker at 650, 675 degrees, 90 seconds on the flatbread. Both sides come out nice, brown cheese, pull apart. Then we finish it with some bacon and some ranch dressing.
Okay, here we go.
It's more sweet than like slap you.
The onion gives it a sweetness. Just to share with you the idea about the fire door, this is what I learned from them. But when the fire took place, the fire department was here. They were putting water down on all the other buildings, putting water here, trying to preserve this building. Because at the time, Goose and Monkey was not here, but they had already leased and were in the process of looking at demoing and what they were going to do. So we're trying to preserve this. And this part of the building, there was an actual door. It was a fire door that the fire chief came in during the fire, made his way in and shut the doors so that the fire could not come to this part of the building. And when you walk inside, the red corrugated metal door that's in there, that's the actual fire door that the fire chief shut to save this building. And they're one of their first beers, they named it Fire Door.
And you said this used to be Lexington.
Lexington Furniture, it was known as Dixie Furniture.
And it called Fire. You can go into it now, yeah.
And so Dixie Furniture started at the turn of last century, right up at the beginning of the 1900s, and started as a small little space that was here, and then it grew into over 1 million square feet of factory space. And the last factory closed around 2005. And we've gone through a whole renaissance here as far as, and it's still in the process of that. We recently got a $25 million grant from the federal government to create a depot here to connect to Amtrak. We're right up against the tracks here. Brent and Ashley Moore, and they made the investment here and created the Goose and Monkey. Really one of the first retail type businesses that was here was Bull City Cider, and they moved from Durham to here. And 90% of their production is here in Lexington. They still have a footprint in Durham. And so they kind of started the campus. Goose and Monkey followed after that.
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I thought about Michael Jordan, but that just starts a conflict right there. If we
Yeah.
do something like that.
You started to call it the Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and then that just, then you got the LeBron fans.
Yeah.
losing it, but let's face it, we all know who the GOAT is.
It's 650 degrees.
650 degrees.
Yeah.
So you got to get it hot to get that cheese to look right.
Like almost like a steak and cheese
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, I love steak and cheese. This is
fun
my
thing about
favorite.
food truck.
This is good. No, this is really good. But this is my, and I'm a steak person too.
Yeah.
I like steak. This is really good. This is good.
Well, that's one of the nice things about pizza. I mean, it's so personalized.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you've got so many different flavors that you bring a whole family here. You've got something for the kids, you got something for mom, something for dad. I worked right here, and they'll tell you what they needed. And I'm sure folks come in here and remember the space or remember working here. And now we're still making things, but it's just not table legs. You know, it's wonderful food, wonderful beverages.
So Bad Monkey.
L cubed. Right?
Okay.
So the Bad Monkey is one of our kettle sours, and that's what we do in our brew house. So we do a 3-day process to where we introduce lactobacillus.
And this is the one I have here?
Yep.
Okay.
So it creates that sour fruit flavor before we do the actual fermentation. And then we added about 150 pounds of blood orange puree to the beer before we packaged it.
Okay.
So that's where you get that citrus, bright citrus flavor, that acidity, that kind of stuff. Hoppy, fruity, a little bit higher ABV IPA. That's one of our best sellers. There has been some back and forth. There has been some education for our customers, as well as some feedback from them for what we want to brew. So I mean, I'm a fan of Belgian beers, and they haven't really done as well as I thought they would. But we sort of slowly introducing certain types to the community, and they respond positively. It just takes a little bit of while, for people to get out of their comfort zone and try something
Maybe
new.
some education
Yeah.
around what it is
Yeah.
we're trying to introduce.
And I work behind the bar a couple nights a week, and sometimes when I'm not super busy in the back, so I get to talk to the customers and see what they like or how they respond to certain beers. So I'm like, try this, try that, what do you think? And they'll give me feedback, and that goes into how I design my recipes and stuff like that.
Production, it's already getting.
Are you also selling, like, are people coming in and buying the beer to go take home?
Yeah, oh yes.
Or is it just all on site?
So it's very, 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 very much so they are purchasing it to go. So whenever we first opened up here, we opened on February 29th of 2020. We were open for 16 days, and then we got shut down and sent into phase 1 of the lockdown, which meant that we could only do to-go sales. Well, we didn't have anything that was canned at the time. All of our product was in these tanks. So we bought a single crowler machine, which is basically take one 16-ounce can, put a blank label on it, fill it with whatever beer you want to off of the tap, then run it through this machine, and it attaches the lid to the bottom of the can.
Yeah.
And that's more or less how we survived the entire, several months worth of the shutdown, is just doing single 16-ounce cans, putting together in 4-packs, and then pushing them.
Thank y'all for joining us for Eat, Drink, Triad, right out of Lexington, North Carolina. That's right, the barbecue capital of the world. I've had so much fun down here getting to know so many new friends. I want to thank Mayor Newell Clark for showing us around and just showing us what Lexington has to offer. And now that you know what Lexington has to offer, we want you to come down, support the many places that we've showcased, but also make your way around town and go visit other places that we might not have shown you. So check out Lexington, North Carolina. It's a heck of a lot more than barbecue. Until next time, y'all stay locked in.